I think it was very traumatic for the whole community. People were actually witnessing people being burnt alive. We've never witnessed anything of this magnitude in this country before.
Of the 71 people who died at Grenfell, the majority were Muslim, and between them, two mosques, the Al-Manar in West London and the East London Mosque in Whitechapel, held 43 funerals. And the way some were buried revealed the desperate last moments of some of the victims.
Father and son were actually in one coffin because they couldn't be separated. I think they are probably in their last phase of their life. They were probably hugging one another and they remained in that position.
And on the 17th floor, the bravery of Husna Begum and her two brothers, who decided to stay by their parents' side.
The three children, they were adults. They didn't leave their mother and father behind. They could have run out of the building, but because mother and father were elderly, they couldn't come, so they all decided to stay and die together.
Allahu Akbar, Allah. The Muslim custom is to bury the dead within 24 hours. But at Grenfell, some families waited more than 6 months.
Not only from an Islamic perspective, but from a human perspective. You cannot get closure until you know that your loved ones' bodies have been found, because you are still in the hope that maybe a miracle will occur and you will be able to find the body. They would not want to accept that their loved ones have perished until they've been provided with evidence.
In hindsight, do you wish you'd had more help from the authorities to cope?
Definitely. Initially, we would have loved to have some kind of leadership and coordination from the local authority immediately, because at one point we felt we did not know what was going on outside the perimeters of the Al-Manar Center.
While the number of dead and their grieving relatives overwhelmed the authorities, it was left to volunteers to take over, setting up the Grenfell Muslim Response Unit. Zain Mir ended up organising 46 Grenfell funerals.
For me, the saddest thing, the two hardships that I have is the fact that I wasn't able to be part of all of them. You know, I was only being able to support about 46 or so. And it pains me that I wasn't there for the rest of the families. And more so, it pains me that the only stories I've ever heard about these incredible people are from the people who are reliving the dead's memory. And I've heard so many beautiful stories of the things that they did when they were alive. But the sad thing is that I never got to meet a single one of them. And I see it when I see the families, when I see the uncles and the brothers and the sons. When I pick up the phone, which I did like a few days ago to one of the families, and I ask them, how are you? They just say, Alhamdulillah, which is praise be to God, and that's it. Because there's nothing else I can say to them or ask them, and there's nothing they can say that changes anything. So these people, some of them never got to see their loved one. They never got to say goodbye.